Good afternoon and welcome back to Cloud Sports coverage of the International Pride Softball 2024 NAGAAA Classic here in Pearland outside of Houston, Texas. We are back in the winner's bracket now, bringing you a game which is the #1 San Francisco East. They are the home team in the blue is the #1 seed against the #4 seed Fort Lauderdale Team Florida Softball. We are just getting started here, and we will be getting you the lineups as soon as we can. And that was a long fly ball from Young, I believe, out to right field. So the blue team is the San Francisco Fury Unleashed. The Fury Unleashed, I believe, is emerging some time ago of Fury and Unleashed. Yesterday they were wearing more red-colored Fury Unleashed jerseys. Today they are in blue with the Unleashed jerseys. And I believe that was, I'm trying to get the number here. So we had Young, Almeida, McFadden, and this is, I believe, Higgins, number 11 at the plate. And so that was Young with an out, Almeida with an out, McFadden, and then Higgins with the fielder's choice. And that will end Fort Lauderdale team after 4 batters, and we'll bring up the Fury Unleashed. Again, we are working to get the lineups down. We were just handed them from the umpire right before the game began. And we want to tell you about one of our sponsors right now, which is USGSN. That is the United States Gay Sports Network, and they invite you to come out and play. USGSN is America's largest LGBTQ+ sports directory that highlights every league and tournament in the country. If you want to find a league or tournament by and for the LGBTQ+ community and its allies, then head over to USGSN.com. The network currently features 930 LGBTQ+ leagues, 42 states and 94 cities. Visit USGSN.com and follow on all of your favorite social media platforms with @USGSN. Leading it off here in the bottom half of the first inning for the San Francisco Fury Unleashed is Garland Jamison. Jamison had a great day yesterday in one of our games, collided with the fence and managed to come back and continue to hit and continue to field with beautiful leather.
I think he was the best player. My mic is working now, so I'm sorry that I'm delayed here. He was, I think, the best player we saw on the field yesterday. Several, but I think his play both at the plate and in the outfield is just spectacular and contributes to his team's success mightily. So he leads off here in the bottom of the first inning.
So it is going to be Garland, Jamison, and then Cardoso and Tadeo, the same 3 top batters as yesterday, followed by Robinson, Malecha, Wood, Lyon, Morris, Irwin, Frizzetti, and Mora. And that's a walk to Garland Jamison inning.
All right, the batter is going to be Diego Cardoso. Last time we saw San Francisco Fury Unleashed was the final game that we announced yesterday when they defeated the Texas Force by 29 runs. The score was 31-2. Jamison at first base. Cardoso the batter here in the bottom of the first inning, and this pitch is outside for a ball. Pitcher works quickly, and there's a fly ball hit out into right center field. The ball is caught. Nice play out there, and it's an out. Jamison back to first base. And this is Johnny Tadeo, their shortstop, with Panda Robinson, the middle fielder, on deck.
So a fly out for Cardoza. Tadeo at the plate.
And he takes another pitch outside.
Pitcher working quickly here.
And that pitch is hit in the air. That ball just carries. Wind gets a hold of it. It's now it started out towards center field and just completely curved over into right center field. The catch is made. It's the second out in the inning. And Jamison still at first base for Panda Robinson, the fifth infielder.
And as you mentioned, Robinson listed as a fifth infielder.
And he hits one in the air to right field. Right fielder draws the beat on it and makes the catch. And so after the leadoff walk, the X3 batters are retired, and it is nothing across for San Francisco here in the bottom of the first.
And so, yes, Fort Lauderdale Team Florida Softball, they are deploying their defense with 4 infielders and 4 outfielders, with Panda listed as a fifth infielder. The Fury Unleashed probably going with 5 as they did yesterday. We got you that lineup for the San Francisco Fury Unleashed. I'm going to try to go over the lineup now. So the leadoff batter was Young, followed by Almeida, and then McFadden, and then Higgins hit into the fielder's choice that ended the first inning. So coming up this inning is going to be Newson, followed by Ellis, Jackson, Starks, Rodriguez, and Strong. So it looks like the Fury Unleashed are batting 11, and the Fort Lauderdale Team Florida Softball will be batting 10. You can bat up to 12 in this league, but usually in the A and B divisions, and certainly as you get further into this tournament, you will see the teams batting fewer to make sure they're only using their best hitters.
Here is Newsom. And the first pitch is hit in the air foul to the right side. One ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Newsom takes it's illegal. Too high, says home plate umpire A.J. Munkus, and it is 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's a swing and a foul ball to the right side, hit well down the right side, but in foul territory, giving chase. The right fielder has no play. Newsom and Kyle Wood and the umpire are exchanging pleasantries, and they're ready to have this pitch thrown. He's a left-handed pitcher. Illegal.
So not surprisingly, as the number 1 and number 4 seeds in an AB tournament, both these teams listed as A, which means they should each be able to hit 5 home runs before we get into those balls over the fence being inning-ending outs.
There's a ground ball up the middle, fielded by the second baseman on to first for the out. That field actually was fielded by the fifth infielder, Panda Robinson, who made the play to first base, and that is out number 1, and that'll bring up Ellis. And Frassetti's first pitch is a ball. Jackson is in the on-deck circle. And that pitch is a strike called. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swung on and hit in the air to deep left center field. But it'll stay in the park, and the catch is made. And that is out number 2. Starks. And the first pitch is a ball.
Number 42 is Jackson. Starks will
Jackson
be
is
in the
better.
on-deck
Starks
circle.
is in the on-deck. Okay. And the next one to Jackson. He swings and hits one down the left side. And it is caught out there by the left fielder, and that's out number 3. Nothing across for Florida here in the top of the second.
So 3 up, 3 down. And that'll bring up the Fury Unleashed, which should be Malecha, Wood, and Lion. And we will take a minute to tell you about another one of our national sponsors, and that is Berkshire Hathaway. At Berkshire Hathaway, diversity, equity, and inclusion isn't a goal, it's an investment. At a time when many large companies are closing down their DEI initiatives, Berkshire Hathaway is investing in the long term, recognizing the importance of these initiatives worldwide. That's why International Pride Softball is proud to have them as a sponsor for the 2024 NAGAAA Cup.
All right, we go to the bottom of the second inning. Kevin Maleka, Kyle Wood, and Howie Lyon will bat. Pitch to Maleka is hit in the air to deep left field.
And I believe that went over the fence, and I thought it was going to hit the yellow, but I believe that bounce was a car, possibly a windshield. But regardless, it's a home run, and I was wondering before that, at least can hit it out of the park. They did it many times yesterday. The wind a little different today, but not a problem for Malaga.
Here, not at all.
Wood also hit a home run yesterday.
Yes.
And that does make our score 1-0.
Kyle Wood, the catcher, now the batter. And the first pitch to Kyle Wood is a ball inside. And this next pitch is grounded. A great play by the third baseman on the backhand. He comes up throwing. The ball gets by the first baseman, and on his way to second is Kyle Wood. Reach second base. And so it is 1-0 with a runner in scoring position for Howie Lyon, and Evan Morris moves into the on-deck circle.
Overall, nice play by Young over there at third to snag that ball and make the throw. Just was arriving at the wrong time, and the first baseman couldn't quite get it in the glove.
There's a line drive up the middle and on to the center field for a hit. Wood will hold at third base, and it is runners at the corners with nobody out.
Howie Leon is the speed demon of this team, often used as the courtesy runner, and again, the teams will get one courtesy runner per inning. They can replace any runner with a person off their lineup card, but they can only do it once an inning.
So it is now Evan Morris on to bat with Hayden Irwin in the on-deck circle. And the first pitch to Morris is a ball inside. It's 2-1. And the next one, he goes opposite field, and he has a base hit in the right field. Kyle Wood scores, and Howie Lyon will hold at second. And that pitch is inside. 2 balls and a strike. Runners at first and second. There's a ground ball to the second baseman, and underneath his glove, on into the outfield, and a run will score as Howie Lyon comes to cross the plate. They threw to home plate, and that allows the other runners to go to second and third. And it is now 3-0.
After a little hiccup in that first inning, the Fury Unleashed kind of picking right back up where they left off yesterday.
Versetti hits a fly ball that's bobbled in right field. A run will score. Morris comes across to score. Dropped on the play, Irwin to third. Versetti is at first, and now the batter is Tony Mora.
Sometimes you'll see a ball like that called out on the transfer, but he wasn't trying to throw. That just went in and out of his glove, so down for a base hit.
And the batter, Tony Mora, takes a strike. It is 4-0 for the Fury Unleashed. This pitch comes inside. Here's the next one. That pitch is a ball. It's ball 3 balls and a strike.
That last pitch was a late called strike.
And there's a grounder to short, bobbled by the shortstop, and he has no play. The bases will be loaded. Top of the order, Garland Jamison bats with them all loaded. And the first pitch to him is grounded in the hole in the left field for a hit. Hayden Irwin scores. And a second run has scored. This is the man that was running for Versetti, as Evan Morris. 2 more runs have scored. And that for Diego Cardoso. Runners at first and second now. Cardoso swings at this one in the air to right field, carrying to the fence and over the fence for a big strike, a long strike.
6. And I'm hearing from our production team over here to my right that as the sun has come out and warmed us up, some of our cameras are heating up a little bit, so we'll be trying to get you all those views back soon.
There's a base hit up the middle, and another run has scored. Tony Mora comes across to score. 7-0.
And Rich, that is the shot that makes me wonder how these people don't wear masks as a pitcher. I'm a pitcher, I wear a mask. He got out of the way of that, but that was a hard line drive right up the middle.
Johnny Tadeo now with runners at first and second. And the first pitch to Tadeo is a strike called. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 delivery. Swung on and hit high in the air to deep left center field, giving chases the left center fielder, and he makes the catch. The runners will tag and move up to second and third. The wind held that ball in.
I was going to say, it's hard to say, but I think yesterday that ball was out.
Panda Robinson now will bat. Kevin Maleka, who started the inning with a home run, it'll be in the on-deck circle, and then Kyle Wood. The first pitch to Panda Robinson is a ball. The wind picking up here again. And the next pitch is a strike. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's a line drive to the second baseman. He fields it on 1 hop and throws the runner out. No advancement by the runners. It'll be still second and third with 2 out now for Kevin Maleka, who I said started this inning with a home run. Kyle Wood in the on-deck circle. And the first pitch to him is hit high in the air to left center field. It'll stay in the park. It's very shallow. Shortstop running away from the infield towards the outfield, makes an over-the-shoulder catch. Wonderful play out there. That ends the inning, but 7 runs came across for San Francisco in the bottom of the second inning, and we go to the top of the third. It's the San Francisco Fury Unleashed 7, the Fort Lauderdale Team Florida 0 here on the Cloud Sports Network.
We have to because we're not getting any cameras, so we might as well.
Yeah, let's cover, because right now that's still the team over there, the other bag.
It's underneath, right next to Rich.
Can you pull that up and put it over here?
And since this is our first time with the Fort Lauderdale Team Florida softball team today, we'll tell you what it took for them to get here. In pool play, they beat the Dallas, Texas Stampede 15-10, then beat the Knoxville Southern Assassins 19-0, beat the Long Beach Tricky Sticks yesterday on a broadcast we did by 1 run, 20-19, and then beat the Phoenix, Arizona Roadrunners 11-8. Then beat the Dallas Stampede again 20-10, and are now here in this winner's bracket game against the number 1 seeded Fury Unleashed.
So it is 7-0 here as we go to the top of the third, and the leadoff batter is Starks.
Starks, Rodriguez, and Strong here in the top of the third.
And the first pitch is a slow roller back to the pitcher. And the runner is out at first, and the play goes 1-3, and that is the first out here in the third. 7-0 our score. The Fury Unleashed with a 7-run second inning to take that lead. Rodriguez, the batter. First pitch to Rodriguez is a ball. Is a ball as well, and Rodriguez takes a strike called. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball fielded by the middle fielder, but it'll have no play. No play. It'll go down as a base hit. And this is Strong.
I believe it's Strong.
First pitch to him is a ball short. And the next delivery is a strike called. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
So yes, Strong the number 10 hitter, and then we'll be back to Young at the top of the order.
Fly ball hit out into center field. The catch is made. Center fielder makes the catch. And that is the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up the top of the order and Young. And the wind picks up again. We get moments when it's still and then those gusts. But at least it's not humid.
Now that you mention it.
There is a line drive hit fair down the third base line. It goes to the outfield, and it'll be double by Young. So soft. Ooh, I love it. Here is Almeida. He tries to get his team on the board. They trail by 7. And the next pitch to him. He swings and hits one right back to the pitcher off his glove, fielded by Howie Lyon at second. Oh no, by the middle infielder, Panda Robinson, who throws him out, and the inning is over.
So 1-10-3 on the putout? Is that what we saw
Sure,
there?
yeah.
Sponsors, and that would be Kiki. Kiki is calling all fierce faces and fabulous souls. If you're looking for an ultra-modern nightclub experience, then you want to Kiki at Kiki. Houston's premier LGBTQ nightclub experience. Kiki has elevated Houston's nightlife with vibrant entertainment, friendly bartenders, and modern design. Come get your Kiki on at 2409 Grant Street in Houston, or visit them on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Let's Kiki Houston. That's LETSKIKIHOUSTON. Kiki, Kiki. Let's have a Kiki.
All right. Here we are in the bottom of the third inning. Kyle Wood to lead off.
This game, like all our double elimination bracket games until the championship, will be 60 minutes long. No new innings after 60 minutes.
There's a hopping ball up the middle, fielded by the middle infielder, and he throws him out. Nice play. Actually, that was made by the second baseman. And that is out number one for Howie Lyon. Is our score here as we play in the bottom of the third inning. And there is a fly ball hit high and deep to left field. Left fielder over towards the foul pole, makes the catch, and that's out number two. And that'll bring up Evan Morris. Evan Morris batting for the second time in this ball game. The on-deck batter is Hayden Irwin, and the third baseman Morris takes the first pitch for a ball, and the second pitch is hit out into right center field. It's down for a hit, and Hayden Irwin will bat with a runner at first and two out. And the first pitch to Irwin, he goes opposite field and drops one into left center field for a hit. Morris to third, and Irwin will hold at first. It's first and third with two out. There'll be a base runner for Irwin. It's Kyle Wood.
The more stuff we put over top of it, it's not going to work even more.
And Todd Frasetti, the batter. He swings and hits one foul to the right side. Frasetti waits for the next one. He bats from the left side and hits one high in the air to shallow left center field. Oh, the ball is down. A run has scored. Morris has scored. Wood to third. The ball gets by the third baseman. Caroms to the backstop. The ball was hit into shallow left center field. It looked to me like the second baseman came raging over to his right to try to make the catch, but was unable to do so. The ball was recovered. The throw came into the third baseman to attempt to get Kyle Wood, but the ball was overthrown, and that allowed Wood to score after Morris had scored. There's a line drive hit out in the left center field. That ball is down for a hit, and another run is going to score as Tony Mora reaches and drives in Todd Frasetti, and Mora, the relay man, or the cutoff man, but is backed up by the first baseman, so no further advancement. But another run did come across them.
So after two quick outs to start the inning, the Fury Leafs have gotten three across the plate with Moore at second.
Marlon Jamison hits one to third base. Third baseman comes up throwing, and the batter is out. Close play at first base, but the third baseman makes the play, and that takes us to the end of the third inning. Another three runs have scored for San Francisco in the bottom of the third. We go to the top of the fourth, and it is now the San Francisco Fury unleashed, the A-Team 10, and Fort Lauderdale Team Florida nothing.
10 runs is a lot to make up, certainly not insurmountable in a softball when you have 5 home runs to hit, but at some point here, the Fort Lauderdale Team Florida softball is going to have to start getting some of those back. And they are going to be coming up in the top of the fourth inning with their number 3 hitter McFadden, followed by the cleanup hitter Higgins and Newsom. The Fury Unleashed. In pool play, they beat the Phoenix, Arizona Roadrunners 25-4, the New Orleans CDC 19-9, the Seattle Badgers 21-0, and the Knoxville Cyclones 15-14. That was one of their few close games. They then beat the LA Rebels 12-10, and the Dallas Texas Force 31-3 in one of the games you saw here last night.
All right, we start the fourth inning. It's McFadden, Higgins, and Newsom, and McFadden is even in the count. Here's the pitch, and that pitch is a strike called. Full count. He was not even in that previous before that pitch was thrown. Anyway, the 3-2 pitch is deep, and it's a leadoff walk to number 99, McFadden, and that'll bring up Higgins. And Frassetti's first pitch is hit in the air to left field. Left fielder ranging over to his right side, makes the catch. And though the runner, McFadden, tags and goes into second base, no play on him. Diego Cardoso with the nice running catch, running towards the line. He fields with his his glove side is his right hand. And so he was able to make that play a little easier as opposed to if he was gloved on his left hand and would have had to have made a backhanded catch. Runner at second base, and there's a little flare foul down the left side.
As you mentioned, Cardozo obviously fast, but also getting probably some of the best reads on these balls as the wind blows them around. Doesn't seem to have any trouble out there as he covers a lot of ground.
None. 1 on, 1 out. Ellis on deck. High fly ball on the infield. Catch is made by the middle infielder, Panda Robinson. And that's out number 2, and here is Ellis.
And so where do you get these A softball players? It's often not from playing softball. Many of these folks played baseball at some high level, maybe high school, maybe college, sometimes even somebody who played a little bit of minor league baseball.
Line drive hit out into left center field. That ball is down. It's going to roll to the fence. It'll be a double. No, it'll be a triple and a run scored. There'll be a play at third, but the runner is safe. And that makes it 10-1. On the board for the first time in this game, the Fort Lauderdale team, Florida. They got the 1 to get off the schneid, and now it'll be Jackson, the batter. And the first pitch to Jackson. Swung on and grounded past the dive of the third baseman and on into left field. Morris made a dive for the ball, but the ball just bounced over his glove and on into the outfield for a hit. And the batter will be Starks. First pitch to him, bounced up the middle. Fielder's Panda steps on second base, and that ends the inning. How many runs did you have? I have 2.
I have 2 as well.
So we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and our new score is the San Francisco Fury Unleashed 10, and the Fort Lauderdale Team Florida 2 here on the Cloud Sports Network.
Once again, we are calling all fierce faces and fabulous souls. If you're looking for an ultra-modern nightclub experience, then you want a Kiki at Kiki, Houston's premier LGBTQ+ nightclub experience. Kiki has elevated Houston nightlife with vibrant entertainment, friendly bartenders, and modern design. Come get your Kiki on at 2409 Grant Street in Houston, or visit them on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, at Let's Kiki Houston. That's LETSKIKIHOUSTON. Lock the doors.
Diego Cardoso, Johnny Tadeo, and Panda Robinson will bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Our score is the San Francisco Fury Unleashed 10 and Fort Lauderdale Team Florida 2. And the first pitch is a ball. The next one, hit in the air to center field. Catch is made by the right center fielder. That's out number 1. And that'll bring up Johnny Tadeo, the shortstop. Panda Robinson moves into the on-deck circle. Our score again 10-2. And there's a line drive out into right center field, and the catch is made, a one-handed grab. So 2 pitches to the, or 2 putouts by the right center fielder, and that'll bring up Panda Robinson, the 5th infielder.
Somewhat
or the middle fielder.
Tadeo 0 for 3 after being almost unstoppable yesterday.
Yeah. And Robinson hits one up in the air. It's giving chase our 4 players, and the catch is made by the second baseman. And for one of the rare times, a 3-up, 3-down inning for San Francisco. We go to the top of the 5th. Our score remains the Fury Unleashed 10 and the Team Florida from Fort Lauderdale 2 on Cloud Sports Network.
As they say in softball, the Fort Lauderdale Team Florida softball won that inning. That's the first inning they've won. There was a tie, 0-0 after the first one. So we'll see if that can start some momentum for them going into the 5th inning. This game moving right along. If it stays like this, I got to think we're going to see all 7 innings. We mentioned 60 minutes, but if they get through 7 innings before 60 minutes, that would also end the game.
Rodriguez is going to lead off here in the top of the 5th inning.
And one other thing, of course, to mention is that this is the 5th inning, so if the Fury Unleashed, or anybody actually, is ahead by 10 runs at the end of this inning, that could also win the game. So only down 8 right now, but Fury Unleashed, the home team, the Fort Lauderdale Team Florida softball, probably would like to get some runs on the board here.
There's a ground ball to Evan Morris at third base, and the play to first to Maleka in time, out number 1 on 1 pitch, and that'll bring up Strong. Really does help when we do these games, when we see batters come up and their names are on their jerseys, makes it a whole lot easier. After Strong, we go back to the top of the order and Young. The pitch is a strike. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And 1 out here in the inning, and here's the next delivery. And that pitch just missed outside for a ball. And here is the next delivery, and it's bounced to the right side and off the glove of Panda Robinson. Caroms to Howie Lyon, but there'll be no play, and the runner is safe at first. Top of the order now. It is now Young, the batter. And here is the first pitch to Young, and he takes the pitch for a ball. The next delivery, swung on and hit in the air to left center field. That ball is going to get down between center and left. That'll score a run. And the batter at second base, there'll be no play at home plate, and the run scores. That's Young crossing the plate, and it is now 10-3. That'll bring up Almeida, And McFadden moves into the on-deck circle. Almeida looks to cut into the deficit even more. Right now that deficit has 7. And the pitch to him is deep for a ball 2. The next delivery, swung on and lined into right field for a hit. They're going to throw behind him, and that's a good play by Howie Lyon, the second baseman who was playing in shallow right field. So the putout still goes 4-3, but it's where the throw was made that impressed me. Anyway, that is the second out of the inning. And McFadden will be the batter. On the play, runner at second moves to third. And the next pitch is a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next one. He swings and lifts one in the air, shallow right field, more towards first base, and Howie Lyon makes the catch, and that ends the inning. I have 1 run that scored in the top of the fifth.
Top of the fifth. Yep.
And the score now, as we go to the bottom of the 5th, is the San Francisco Fury 10 and the Fort Lauderdale Team Florida 3, meaning that a run rule in effect if all they need to score is 3 runs.
That's correct, and they have 4 home runs they could hit. So, and the wind is dying down a little bit. We are going to still tell you about one of our sponsors, and this time it's USGSN. The United States Gay Sports Network invites you to come out and play. USGSN is America's largest LGBTQ+ sports directory that highlights every league and tournament in the country. If you want to find a league or tournament by and for the LGBTQ+ community and its allies, then head over to usgsn.com. The network currently features 930 LGBTQ+ leagues, 44 different sports in 42 states and 94 cities. Visit usgsn.com and follow them on all of your favorite social media platforms with the sign @USGSN, that's @USGSN.
Kevin Maleka, Kyle Wood, and Howie Lyon all scheduled to bat here in the 5th inning. Maleka has a home run in this ball game. He got San Francisco on the board with their first run on his solo home run in the 2nd. And he takes the first pitch for a strike. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. It is 10-3. And the next delivery is outside for a ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Maleka swings and lines one into left field. Catch is made. Left fielder hardly had to move to make the play, and that is the first out. Kyle Wood, the batter. Open stance. First pitch is illegal. I'm not keeping a book. There's a line drive hit out into left field. That is over the left fielder's head to the fence. It'll be a double for Kyle Wood. He could wake up in the dead of winter in a deep sleep and nail a base hit. He is that good. And here's Howie Lyon with Evan Morris in the on-deck circle.
Not sure how much more softball we have here. Again, as you mentioned, Rich, if the Fury at least score 3, that would end this game by run rule in the 5th.
Howie Lyon swings and grounds one to third. Play to first is in time. Runner to third. It's now runner at third and 2 out. And Evan Morris, the batter, with Hayden Irwin in the on-deck circle.
After this game ends, we are going to take a break and get some things reset, and then our next game is the game that is scheduled to be on this field at 3:05 p.m. It may still be running a little late at that time, and those will be teams out of the losers bracket.
There, a fly ball hit to deep right field, and the catch is made, and the inning is over. So a 1-out base runner is stranded at third base.
left in this game as we start the 6th inning, and with our score still 10-3. And in the top of the 6th, the Fort Lauderdale Team Florida softball will have the cleanup hitter Higgins, followed by Newsom and Ellis.
All right, here we go. Top of the 6th inning here in Pearland. We continue to see a good deal of the sun, so it feels a whole lot better than it did about 2 hours ago when we first started. Anyway, Higgins will lead off here in the top of the 6th inning, Newsom and then Ellis to follow. And the initial pitch of the inning is hit in the air to left field and caught. Left fielder did not have to move. He did not take any steps at all. The ball just hit to Diego Cardoso, and that is the first out.
Beautiful swing. Looked like it could land, but it just kind of held up there, right as you say, to Cardoso in his tracks.
All right, and here is Newsom. That pitch is illegal, way high. Two balls and one strike. There's a pitch, and it is hit foul to the right side. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And there was a car beeping for a second there. That was not due to that foul ball. It was on the other side of the field.
And here is the 2-2 delivery. And that pitch is a ball, ball 3.
Dangerous pitch to take. Was a little bit deep, but over the plate.
And swing it up the middle, base hit. So a 1-out base runner. And the batter will be Ellis. One runner on and 1 out in the inning. The first pitch to Ellis. Swings and hits one high to left field in foul territory. Giving chase are the shortstop and the left fielder, Tadeo and Cardoso, and no play.
Zetti kicking the ball around a little bit, has plenty of time as the shortstop needs to get back into position after that long run.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count, and the delivery is illegal pitch, but the ball was hit out into left center field. And Cardoso makes the catch. Runner tagging at first on his way to second, and he is in easily. Good base running there by Newsom. Starks will be the batter.
And we
I'm sorry, Jackson will be the batter.
Jackson will be the batter. And we haven't seen it too much, but you can hit an illegal pitch, and that is what that batter chose to do. Sometimes you don't hear the call quickly enough and you've already started your swing. Would have probably been better to take that one given the result.
And the first pitch to Jackson. Swung on, it hit the third. Nice backhand by Morris. Comes up throwing to Maleka, and that is the inning. 5-3 in the putout. So 1 base runner reaches, and he is stranded in the 6th inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. That run rule still in play here. If they score 3, they win. Well, hopefully we'll get a time check here to see how much time is left on the clock. Kyle Wood wanting to know from the home plate umpire.
And while we're waiting for that time check, we'll tell you about another wonderful Houston sponsor, and that's George's. You've been to a gay bar, you've been to a sports bar, maybe you even line danced at a country bar, but have you ever been at a gay sports bar with a country twist? You have if you've been to George's in Houston. A little bit of everything for a little bit of everybody. At George's, you can come and play some pool, watch your favorite team on the TV screens, eat some grub, and then dance it all off. Check them out on Facebook at Georgia's Country Sports Bar, or meet some of the guys there later tonight at 617 Fairview Street in Houston.
Charlie Garrett is going to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and I saw Kyle Wood come over. He looked at the clock, and he just told his team just relax and take some pitches and don't be in too big of a hurry. They'd like to not have to play at top of the 7th. It'll be Hayden Irwin to lead off, and Charlie Garrett will bat for Frasetti, and then Tony Mora here in the bottom of the 6th inning of a 10-3 ball game. Seven minutes, I think, is what they said. 7 minutes?
I think they were saying 7 runs that they need, that they're ahead.
Fly ball hit out in the left field. It drops in for a hit. Hayden Irwin going opposite field.
Could honestly have been either.
And that is the first, the leadoff batter gets on, and Charlie Garrett will bat for Frasetti. Irwin will be given a courtesy runner. It'll be Kyle Wood.
Our fun fact from yesterday, that some of Garrett's tattoos are from TV shows that he likes, such as Bob Ross, The Joy of Painting, and Pee Wee Herman.
So the bottom 2 now, then the top of the order.
You know what has been throwing me off?
And Garrett, with power, he's able to put the ball over the fence. I believe we saw it yesterday, so might be one of the reasons he's in there.
And the first pitch is outside for a ball. And the second pitch is swung on and bounced to third. Bouncer, third baseman makes the play on the first, double play. And Tony Mora will bat.
Fort Lauderdale, Team Florida
Garland
softball saying we're not done yet.
Not at all. Garland Jameson, third baseman, fielding, both third basemen in this game, fielding their position very well. Tony Mora, the batter, and he swings and goes after the first pitch. It's off the pitcher, covered by the third baseman, and no play. The home plate umpire is talking to the Fury Unleashed third base coach. The batter is going to be Garland Jameson. You know, when you think about it, even with this game being what it is, Florida hasn't played that bad. They've only given up that 1-7 spot in the second inning. Otherwise, it's been outside of that, it's been a relatively close game.
As we said before, sometimes that's all it takes, unfortunately, is one bad inning, and as you say, that was the second here. Otherwise, the Team Florida softball keeping pace, but if they can get out of this inning, certainly possible to score 7 in an inning.
First pitch to... Oh, there are kids out on the field.
So we noticed, many of us noticed driving in, there was an event going on in the pavilion behind center field out there, and lots of kids, looked like some sort of event, birthday party, maybe something. And so some of them seem to have spilled over onto the field. We're clearing them out of there so we can get going, because we don't want anybody injured, and certainly some divisions wouldn't be so dangerous, but I wouldn't want a kid hit with an 8-hit ball.
Did they come back and make this close, or is it clearing up a lot?
Hold on.
What's the score here?
Umpire's coming back on. Garland Jameson talking about something here.
All right.
Jameson, having made an out last time, is due, given how he's been hitting over the weekend.
Runner is at first base, and the pitch to Jameson is a ball. And the next one is a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. Diego Cardoso in the on-deck circle, and the pitch to Jamison is a strike. He thought it was a ball. And the next one is a strike called, and that is the first time all tournament long we have seen a call, I think for us, a called third strike. And the inning is over, so there will be a top half of the seventh.
And at this point, this one's going to go 7 innings. That'll be it, unless there is a tie. And in fact, the Fort Lauderdale Team Florida softball will need to get 7 to get us into the bottom of the 7th inning.
This game has ended, as we conclude this contest, we will take a break. We'll be gone for a little bit, and then when we come back, it'll be a quarterfinal game, a semifinal game, and a championship game. But first,
we're going to tell you about one more sponsor, and that is the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce. They are the largest advocacy organization dedicated to expanding economic opportunities and advancements for LGBTQ+ people, for LGBTQ+ owned businesses. NGLCC is proud to once again sponsor the International Pride Softball NAGAAA Cup.
Starks, Rodriguez, and Strong will bat here in the top of the 7th inning. This is a winner bracket game. And the first pitch is bounced to the shortstop. He comes up throwing and safe. He had to range to his right. That's Tadeo. He did field the ball and he did make a good throw, but the base runner, the batter runs rather well, and so a strong Stark reaches first, and the batter Rodriguez. And the first pitch is a ball, gets by the catcher. No further advance, obviously.
And as you point out, this is a winner's bracket game, which means both of these teams will continue. So the loser of this game would go on and play at what would have been the 2 p.m. game, so probably almost right away over on Field 3 against the winner of the Rebels and the San Francisco Fury B teams.
And the next delivery, and that's a walk. So the first 2 runners reach, and that'll bring up Strong. Our score is 10-3. The San Francisco Fury Unleashed leading the Fort Lauderdale Team Florida.
And I believe I heard the umpire's beeper go off during that at bat.
And there is a fly ball hit out into right field. The ball will carry into foul territory. The catch is made by the right fielder, and there will be an advancement. The runners will move to second and third.
The timer doesn't really matter at this point. We've started the 7th inning, so we'll finish the 7th inning if we have to. And 7 innings is all you get unless there's a tie.
That's Tony Mora out in right field. Now we go back to the top of the order, and here is Young. And the first pitch to him is a strike called. Left-handed pitcher Frasetti working deliberately. That pitch is illegal. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We are almost completely clear here. Lovely afternoon across the area. There's a ground ball in the hole on into the outfield. Howie Lyon fields it on the backhand, but that did not prevent the runs from scoring. Stark scores on the play. Rodriguez to third, and a base hit for Young, and it is 10-4. And the batter is Almeida. And the first delivery to Almeida is a ball outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. And the next pitch, that's a strike called on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Almeida takes ball 3 deep. 3-2. And the next one, he swings and lifts one in the air to right center field. And the ball is, I can't see it out there, I'm blocked.
I think it went over the fence. The fielder ran into the fence, but waiting for the call from the umpires. Everybody coming off the field.
Everybody coming up, so that was a home run.
So that would be, I think, a 3-run home run for Almeida, scoring Young and Rodriguez.
I have 10-6.
I have
10-7.
Yes, 10-7, 4 runs in the inning.
And so that will bring up Almeida with the home run. McFadden will bat.
And we hope the fielder out there is okay. We saw a collision like that yesterday from Garland Jamison with the wall. He was okay after that.
First pitch to McFadden, the captain of this team, coach. It's a ball. Higgins is in the on-deck circle. McFadden takes another pitch for a ball. It's 3 balls and a strike. There is a strike call. Count is full. 3-2. There's a fly ball hit out into right field. Tony Mora giving chase. That ball is going to be a home run. I'm losing sight of the ball out there.
Yep, another home run. So that's 5 runs in the inning. The score is now 10-8.
10-8.
So all Fort Lauderdale needs is a bloop and
There's a fly ball hit out into deep left field. And that ball is out of here.
All right, maybe they're going with 2 blasts, Rich. I'm going to try to count them up here. That's 3 home runs in the inning, but I believe those are the only home runs hit so far.
They
and
are.
With 2 A teams, they are allowed to hit 5, so 1 more and this game is tied.
And that brings up Newsom. But first there'll be a visit to the pitcher's mound.
And as you mentioned, Rich, after this game, and we'll see how much more there is to it, we are going to take a break, and then we are going to come back with what would have been a 3:05 scheduled game out of the losers bracket, and that will actually be what is sort of the quarterfinal game. It's not quite the same in a double elimination tournament, but effectively that will be the 4th place game.
A conference being held on the pitcher's circle.
I'm not sure how you tell them don't let him hit home runs.
All right, this is going to be Newsom, Ellis and Jackson behind him. And the first pitch to Newsom, ball outside.
This is, I see a number 23 on this batter,
too,
so
yeah.
it may be I think it says Santana on it. This is probably a pinch hitter here. I'm going to try to pull up their lineup card and see if we can find out.
It is Santana.
So yes, this is Santana, one of their subs who came in. I'm going to guess it's because he hits home runs better.
Strike called. 2-2. And here is the 2-2 offering, and that's hit in the air to right center field. That ball is going to get down, backhanded by Mora, and that will they will hold him to a single.
So that is the tying run out there at first. Go-ahead run. And still only 1 down in the inning.
10-9. It started out 10-3. Monk is trying to move the game along. Here is Ellis. And the first pitch to him is a strike called. The next one swung on and bounced up the middle, and that is in for a hit. And the runner on his way to third. Ball getting picked up by the center fielder. They're going to send him home, and there'll be no play. From first base scores the tying run. It's 10-10.
So Ellis out there now at first is the go-ahead run. And you got to believe Fort Lauderdale wants to put some more on the board. They did a lot of this with home runs. Fury still with some home runs to hit. And they will be coming through the meat of their order with Cardoso, Tadeo, and Robinson up in the bottom of the seventh, which we will now officially have to play.
Yes. Jackson swings and lines one over the infielder's glove and on into right center field. Ellis on his way to third. They're going to wave him a
Jackson.
All right. Stark wears number 55. Rodriguez is in the on-deck circle. There is a runner at second base.
So that's number 4.
That is Williams.
And yes, number 4 is Williams. Now and that had to be a sub. They can only use one courtesy runner in inning. Presumably they use that. So one of these, and I think this one is a sub in. Now they can sub him back out again. You get to do that once.
So they've made some changes. The new pitcher is going to be Panda Robinson, coming in from the middle infielder position. Frasetti moves from the circle to behind the plate, and Kyle Wood moves from behind the plate to the middle infielder's position. And now there's a discussion.
Well, just when you thought the San Francisco Fury Unleashed had this pretty well in hand, just trying to get through the inning, Fort Lauderdale storms back with 8 runs to take the lead.
And Stark the batter. First pitch. Swung on and popped in the air to left center field. Left fielder ranging to his, or it's the shortstop ranging to his left, makes the play, and that I believe is the second out of the inning, and we'll bring up Rodriguez.
Rodriguez with a walk earlier.
And Rodriguez lifts one in the air to right field. Tony Mora ranging over to his left, makes the catch. And the inning is over, but it was a very productive inning for Team Florida. They score 8 times, and we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Our score is now Team Florida from Fort Lauderdale 11, and the San Francisco Fury Unleashed 10 on the Cloud Sports Network.
So going into the bottom of the 7th, again, the Fury Unleashed will have the number 2 hitter Cardoso, followed by Tadeo and Robinson. 1 to tie, 2 to win. Plenty of home runs left for the Fury Unleashed to hit if they're able to do it.
They did not score in the 6th, and they did not score in the 5th. Diego Cardoso to lead off. Jackson is going to re-enter the game for the guy that ran for him. That's Williams. One
for 3 on the day. 2 fly balls out to right field, and a and a double, I believe, in that long second inning. Not usually the guy who's been hitting home runs, but could certainly get on base and set the table for Tadeo, who
Yes.
absolutely can.
And then Panda Robinson is the batter in the hole. So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and the first batter, as we've said, is Cardoso, the left fielder. First pitch to him is a ball inside.
So much foul territory back here that just to keep the game moving, they were going to let that one go, but Panda Robinson helping out, knows what it's like now to be a pitcher.
The pitch got beyond the reach of the catcher. He let the ball roll to the on-deck hitter. The catcher then went to the home plate umpire, took a ball out of his bag, and that upset the umpire. You're not supposed to do that. All right, here is the 1-0, or the 2-1. And there is a ground ball off the pitcher's glove. He recovers, but he'll have no play. He would have. So a leadoff base hit is very hard.
All right, they're going to have to be careful with Tadeo here.
My vision blocked by the umpire, so I couldn't see if the ball hit him in the leg or hit him in the glove, but it doesn't really matter because he's a runner at first base for Johnny Tadeo, the shortstop. And the first pitch to Tadeo. He takes a strike.
Nice pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The next one swung on and up the middle it goes, and it's down for a hit. Cardoso around second will hold as the throw comes into third.
Cardoso fast, but my goodness, what a good throw in from the outfield there. Probably would have had him at third if he had tried to go. Robinson 0 for 3 on the day.
And the first pitch to him. He swings and hits one foul behind the first base dugout. Heads up.
Panda putting him to right all day with a fly to right field and then to the second baseman.
And the next pitch is a ball. There's only one other game going on. And the next one lined into right field for a base hit. Right fielder fields the ball cleanly. Cardoso rounding third will score. We're tied at 11.
Tie game, 2 on, nobody down. We'll see what the Unleashed could do. They could get this done with deep fly balls and sacrifices if they chose to.
Jamison will come in to run for Robinson. On that play, Tadeo held at second base, and here's Maleka. He swings and hits one into left field for a base hit. Tadeo around third. Left fielder comes up with the ball and just gives a token throw back in. 2 runs. The losers bracket, and something tells me we'll see these two play again before this tournament is over. We want to thank you for being with us. As we said, we are going to take a break and let ourselves refresh and reset, give our equipment a chance to reset and refresh as well. We'll talk to you again when the first 4 of the quarterfinal matches will start. And so thank you for being with us today. We'll be back in, I don't know, maybe an hour, maybe less, here on the Cloud Sports Network.